Okay, so you've probably heard all about the legendary warping capabilities of Ableton Live, which just means it's pretty good at time stretching. So if you're making things faster or slower, obviously changing in terms of audio anyway, you're actually stretching the whole thing, and you need sort of good processing to do that successfully. And what I like about Ableton Live is it's one of the best products on the market for actually doing that. So what I've just loaded up a Bob Marley Three Little Birds MP3 clip, and if I play that, okay, so that's sounding good, typical Bob Marley. And the original tempo, it's detected that it's around about 145 beats per minute. And it's gone through the waveform and detected the various transients, and it's correctly deduced that that's the speed it is, and it's also set the project tempo to the same value. So what that means is they'll both play back. Well, I'm saying both, the same thing really. The original song will play back at its original tempo, and the warping button is actually switched on. So what that means is if I change the tempo now, the value will change, the speed that it plays back will change. Okay, so I've slowed that right down, and you may be thinking exactly what I used to think. Well, it doesn't sound that good. Okay, I've time stretched it a fair bit to slow it down to 95 beats per minute. But the reason it doesn't sound that good is because it has several different time stretching algorithms built in. So if you've clicked on the clip up here, we get the sample box down here, assuming that I've got the appropriate button selected to display it. And I can change the time stretching algorithms down here, and the default one is beats, and it's beats is really designed for sort of drum beats, but on a full song, an MP3 like this, it doesn't work that well. So we've got different types, and the one I tend to use for a full song is Complex Pro, and it sounds a lot better if I play it now. If I compare that with the Beats one, you can tell straight away it's not as glitchy. It's a lot more professional, the quality of it. But you might be thinking, well, why don't you just have that one all the time? Well, the problem is it uses far more processing power. It's more CPU intensive. So if you're using this for things like DJing, where you find yourself loading songs in and crossfading and all that, and actually beat matching and stuff, this is really what you need to be doing. You need to be setting the time stretching algorithm to Complex Pro. But there are others as well. I mean, one of them, if I sort of drag this back up to its original 145ish, well, I think I've got this mapped to a MIDI controller, so I can do that on my keyboard and get it exactly as it was before. Excuse me. What I can do now is I can change this, and quite a good one for sort of DJing stuff is re-pitch. It's a bit like where you'd slow down the a vinyl record playing or speed it up, and we get the same effect. So you get that typical effect that you're familiar with. So there's all different types of algorithms built into this, and it depends what you're doing. Like I say, the default one is the beats, but quite often if you're loading full songs in for a DJ set, go to Complex Pro, and it works really well.